Hey everyone, how's it going? So I'm just looking at my brand new Challenger Scat Pack 2020. Because what do you do when you have nothing better to do in quarantine? And that would be buy a car, right? In my case, the fourth straight Dodge. I mean, this is virtually, except for the engine and the hood, it's pretty identical to my 2015 that I had. But obviously, engine makes a big difference. So I'm gonna go through and do a little bit of a walk around, say what I like and don't like about the exterior. First thing right here, Scat Pack badge. That was something missing on my Charger. It just said RT back there. I don't know if there were ones that did say Scat Pack, but that one didn't. And it's just nice because, you know, then people behind you know it's not just a normal Scat Pack, especially in the Challenger because the exhaust tips are the same. They do not have the round tips like the Charger does on the Scat Pack and SRT, so it makes a big difference. My pack that I got on this was the Plus Pack, which include the Alcantara seats and the Scat Pack logo and the stitched side things, and maybe the lighting inside. It includes the Alpine audio, the mid-level one, so 9 speakers, 500-ish watts. Obviously this car has the 4-piston Brembos up front. I did not order red ones this time. Honestly, I'm not that sad. It goes well with the black wheels, so anything to make the car pop more would have probably been, you know, worth it. What else does it have? It has the blind spot monitoring. If you can see the little arrow. Not really, but it has blind spot monitoring, remote start. It has the 8.8 inch screen, I guess, the Uconnect 8.4, with Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. Xenon headlights, definitely a must on this car. Honestly, it's still not that great. Visibility at night, the fog lights are standard. What else does this have? I guess that's probably pretty much it. Automatic. I mean, the sticker of this was about 46,700, and I ordered it straight from the factory. Picked it up with 12 miles on it. I did a review earlier. When I was still in the break-in period, and it was not really worth it because you can't really step on it. And the car actually changed a good deal since then. It feels a lot zippier right now, and maybe even a little louder. But I'm trying to think if there's anything else that this car has optioned on. Whatever that comes with those packs. So I mean, it comes with the heated steering wheel, the paddle shifters, power driver seat, all the sport modes, remote start, heated and cooled seats, and that's probably pretty much it. Things that I miss from the other one, from the Charger I should say, is the mirrors do not go down when you back up, which is very nice. Curb view or whatever they called it. Wish I still had that. Not sure why they don't do it on the Challengers. And I wish it also had the easy exit seat that the Charger does. For some reason this doesn't, despite having a power steering wheel and power seat, unlike the Charger. My Charger only had the power seat. Changes over the 2015, the hood. They gave us the Scat Pack, the Hellcat hood, which is great. Really set the design apart. I think the Scat Packs back when I had my RT, my 2015 RT, I don't even know if the Scat Pack existed back then, but the prior one had the same hood, which was just like this with 2 vents up here instead of the hood vents, which are functional, are actually really annoying to keep your engine clean. Because you can see, let me see if we have the view here. You can't really, there you go. So you can see right through. There's nothing, they're functional. They're just heat extractors, so, but the engine does get dirty. Another difference over the 2015, the lights. I guess that the other ones, 2015 did have a cap, but this one doesn't. It was in the back. I actually opened it up and I actually put the airbox in. I actually have that video on the channel somewhere else. Pretty good for airflow. I mean, for temperature, I'm not really sure what it had before I put it on, but down here in extremely hot Florida, it actually keeps the ambient pretty close, like the intake pretty close to the ambient. So I'm not complaining, at least when you're driving. When you're parked, it's obviously, you get heat soak just like normal, but I did tint the windows, kind of regret it. I don't know why. I mean, I don't really go out too much anymore because Corona, and it's also, I drive with the windows down a lot, and the car is garage kept, but it doesn't look bad, but I don't like people touching the car. So you can see right now I have it on the performance pages. This is standard with every Scat Pack, I believe. With like the whatchamacallit, the 8.4 inch or 8 inch screen, you could 8.4, whatever they call it now, I guess, is standard. So we have G-forces, various gauges. You can choose which ones you want. So oil temp, oil pressure, coolant. You can make them bigger, or graph them, I should say. That's actually pretty cool for the intake. I should do that one because I have the air catcher headlight mod installed. So it did make a difference. I don't know how much of a difference. Probably very, very little, but it did make a difference. Now the air comes straight in through the headlight. It doesn't matter when you're stopped, but when you're moving, it makes a difference because like a little bit of a ram air. But anyway, so we got the gauges, the timers. This is drag setup. I don't do any dragging, so drag racing. So acceleration, braking. My best was 5.3. That was yesterday. I'll probably try and get that again today. It's tough. It's tough doing 0 to 60 pulls. Because obviously the best place to do it is on a highway where you can surpass 60. But it's hard to get a start from a stop. So we're gonna try that somewhere. Not on the highway. Try and get a little bit there, but it's also pretty hot already. It's 88. It's Florida, so yesterday I did a similar review, which ran a little long, so I'm gonna cut that down, or that's why I'm doing another one today. But it was 93. So, anyways, dyno tab. Yep. Stereo, normal USB, Bluetooth, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. I use Android Auto all the time. It's great. It's a new update, which you can probably get in the last gen, because I traded a 2018 Charger for this 2018 Charger Scat Pack for this 2020 Challenger Scat Pack. I don't know what I'll get next, but this is my second Challenger, but technically within 3 years, I guess, or 4 years. And that Charger is my second Charger within 4 years, but or 3 years. So, but I don't know if I'm gonna bother. Keep going back between the two because they haven't changed that much. This looks overall similar to my 2015, but you know, it's got a little bit different hood. It's got the Hellcat, the original Hellcat hood. And obviously the 6.4, which mine didn't have. Other features, so this has the Alcantara, the Alpine 9-speaker audio, 500 watts or 505 watts, so plenty for a coupe. I definitely required a upgraded audio because I wouldn't do the standard 6-speaker rental car audio. If you're gonna upgrade it anyways, then you can do that, but I won't. I leave everything fully stock except for the headlight. mod, but the headlight mod is actually a Dodge mod. So I just bought a Hellcat lower air box and a little intake tube for $100. So I put that up on the review. I'm sorry, I put that video up on YouTube of me doing the install. Other than that, it comes with heated mirrors, heated and cooled seats, power driver seat. I'm not sure if the passengers has any power. I don't think so, because that's the easy in and out seat. It has a power steering wheel, heated steering wheel. Like I said, it had the Alcantara, no sunroof, auto dimming rear mirror. It does have, it's a manual, automatic 8-speed with paddle shifters, so it's a great transmission. As you know, it's been that way for a while. But let's see, what else? That's about it. I mean, steering mounted controls, which are fantastic. Everybody, they've really honed in on this. They have the volume up and down on the right side behind the wheel. Track shift up on the left side, and then there's a button in the middle, and one's mute, and one is probably source. I don't really use those that much because the source doesn't normally change. What else? Oh, this has the driver confidence, which is blind spot, and xenons, which is very nice. Backup camera is extremely large, same as you've seen on the last 5 years of Chargers and Challengers, probably every Dodge. It does have Sirius, I never use it. It has HomeLink. Something somebody showed me is if you double tap the drive modes, it actually auto selects custom, so that you can see this is what I'm using. And it was really nice because it doesn't have a sport button anymore. Like my other car, my Challenger and my Charger before had sport buttons, but this does the same thing. So I mean, pretty much I always drive in it because I don't like MDS. I assume it gets rid of it, and I haven't seen it pop up when I have it in custom mode. But yeah, I mean, interior space is great. Front 2 seats, very comfortable. Back seats, big for a coupe. You're not gonna find a coupe, other than like a Bentley or something, that provides more interior space than this, because it's a huge car. I mean, it's 3 inches shorter than my Charger, I believe. It's noticeable in the garage, that 3 inches, but it's still, it's a 2-door. It has a huge hood, so obviously you do lose space because the Charger itself had huge interior space. Like I fit 4 adults in there, and it was like we were doing, luxury cruise. So I've had 4 adults in the back of my previous truck Challenger, nothing in this one because of Corona, so don't really do anything anymore. I've had this car for over a month, and it's only got 483 miles on it. Like 15 or 20 of them came yesterday when I was doing this. Not really many places to go, but yeah. So anyways, that's about it for the actual review. It's very similar to prior years. Little hard touch, but it is. You can push it down into it. It is technically soft touch materials, but it's still Dodge plastic, so it's not like it's gonna be luxury car quality materials. But you're not paying for that. You're paying for the power. You're paying for the power and the features. So only issue I've had so far with quality has been that the passenger side rear panel is loose. I brought it to the dealer after they called. So Dodge has a great thing where they call Dodge calls every time you get a new car, which is great. They want to make sure you're happy with it. So they called, I told them what was wrong with it. They scheduled an appointment, brought it in. They didn't even really try. They were just like, all right, we're going to replace it. It looks warped. So that'll be coming soon, but no hassle. You know, that's the stuff. It's like yes, there's going to be quality issues, but you can, as long as it's under warranty, they're going to fix it. And, you know, I mean, this is my 4th Dodge. They've all had little niggly issues where it's just, you know, stuff that a lot of people probably wouldn't even notice, but like obviously as you're buying a new car, I special ordered this one, like I special ordered my last one, you're going to be looking for them. So, and like I said, I don't own a car out of warranty, so it doesn't really matter to me. If you do, like I wouldn't own any car out of warranty these days because everything's so expensive. On my Charger, the screen broke, and I don't know, Florida reasons or, you know, and like the door panel's warped, which is a common problem, but my screen bubbled or the laminate came off. Didn't have that problem in my 2013 or my 2015, so I'm hoping it was a defective unit. Either way, I looked up the cost of the part from Dodge, and it would have been over $3,000. So you can buy a refurb unit for like $2,000, but still though, it's like, so that wasn't under warranty. You're talking at least $2,000, probably more when they factor in the actual cost to pull apart the dash and replace the screen. So I don't want any of that. I mean, obviously it's not the cheapest way to own a car is to buy one every time you every couple of years. So another thing with this car is that the blind spot is terrible. You would know that if you've ever had another Challenger before. It hasn't gotten better. It's still better than the Camaro and I think the Mustang. Both in the coupes, obviously. The convertibles are terrible with the top up, but great with the top down. Obviously, this doesn't have a convertible. But yeah, the blind spot was it definitely takes some getting used to. It's huge. It's, you know, 2 feet long, the C-pillar. So from my Charger, which had pretty good visibility now I think about it, to this, you know. That was 6 seconds to 6.1 to 60. I mean, obviously I lost a little traction there because we were going across the road. You could hear it slip a bit. It's funny that people don't realize how fast things are, because that felt plenty fast. I'm going to try and catch this light because this is a good one to do it from if I can. But it's amazing though, because like 6.1 is not what you would be considered fast in the performance community, but in real life it's plenty fast. Alright, so here we go. I'm going to come to a full stop, let it reset, and then go. That was 5.6. Yesterday I did 5.3, which was my best. That wasn't flat to the floor, but it was pretty close. I felt it start to spin a tiny bit, so I mean, obviously there's no doubt in my mind that this would be using launch control, if you could get it to hook up correctly. There's no doubt in my mind that you could pull off 4.3. You probably get 4.1. I have the 245s in this, not 275s. I didn't want the extra expensive tires because I don't own the cars long enough for it to matter. And it's like I'm trading them so long that, you know, any extra expense on the sticker is not worth it. Like, I'm gonna have this car for a year and probably 10 months or 2 years at most. So yeah, so it's just not worth the extra expense. The wide body is going $5,000 more. I paid $40,000 for this, just a little bit less. Sticker was $46,470, and that included a $1,000 destination or something. So it was big. It was expensive destination, but yeah, it was a good deal. They gave me top dollar for my Charger. I'm not really sure what they did, but they listed it as they listed it forever. I didn't really care. It was, as long as my equity was my equity, that's all I cared about. But they said the payoff was super expensive, and then so they just bumped up the amount that they gave me. But so the thing I missed most between this and my Charger is that this doesn't have the auto tilting rear mirrors, side mirrors, for the curbs. That is the most underrated feature you can have, because it sucks. You know, you look like an idiot trying to back this up close to a curb. You just literally have to, sit there and like go up to try and get the angle in the mirror. And whereas with the Charger and the auto tilts, it didn't. It was nice and easy, no drama. But most people probably don't back in or don't care. I guess they scuff up their curves, their tires, their wheels. But I do. Other thing would be there's no power exit and entry despite this one with the seat, despite this one having power driver seat and steering wheel, which my Charger had. So that was nice, but I can live without that. The mirror, I'm never gonna live without both, but the mirrors were the biggest thing. I got the windows tinted at a reputable place, expensive. I don't like how many defroster lines there are on the back of this. I would advise against it if you care, because I find it hard to see at night with the not like visual impairments. I can see absolutely safely, there's no question there, but like you can't see the make of cars. So if you're looking for cops to see if there's a cop behind you before you have a little fun, it's tough. That's custom preference, but I regret it. So I drive with the windows down most of the time, except when I'm doing this review. So I did get the sides tinted, which is great, and it'll probably help when I'm parked in this Florida heat. But who knows if I'll even ever go back to the office. I've been working from home for the last 6 months. I'm running that since March, so actually, 6 months. Anyways, let's try and get one more good little acceleration here. I'm gonna let it do its thing. I'm not gonna put it in manual mode because it probably can do it better than I can do it. Pretty flat, and as you can see right there, 4.9. So I did break the 5 barrier. That's pretty good. The best I ever did on my Charger, and I just totally left the guy next to me in the minivan behind it. The best I did on the Charger was probably 4.5-ish, I would say. I pushed that one a little bit. I did try launch control. I haven't tried launch control on this yet. I might eventually, but I don't go to the drag strip or the track. This is just for having a fun car. So I think I'll leave you with that. I mean, this is a fast, fun car, and surprisingly, it actually hooks up better than I thought. I mean, that's the 70 right there. Oh man, but yeah, it's a fast car. It's nice. It's a nice car to drive. So in closing, I'd just say that you're gonna get all the quality issues. I haven't had any reliability issues. Like I have, knock on wood, there's none in the car. But, I haven't had any engine issues or stuff like that. And it's under warranty even if I did. But there's always gonna be the quality, like the materials are not gonna be BMW quality. You're gonna have the average, the occasional loose panel or a gap here or there. You got to remember what you're paying for, though. I mean, like I said, I got this for under $40,000 all told, and that's not even including the trade-in. Include the trade-in, which was a Charger, which for some reason they're giving crazy money for right now on used cars. I don't get it, but and then I got a 2.2% interest rate for 72 months. So no complaints. But again, so you're gonna remember what you're paying for. Good luck finding a BMW with anything or any other so-called quality car for this amount of money. You can't. Not with this power, even without this power, to be honest. So just remember. But I would recommend, you know, if you're in the market for a fun car, get yourself a Charger or a Challenger. Do it while you can, because the engines are going to go away eventually. You know, we got a little reprieve here from all the fuel economy stuff, but I mean, that's just going to pick right up again. You can see it, you know, when a company like Ford devotes all of their money into these little twin turbo V6s, or even worse, even less cylinders. I mean, that's the direction we're headed. So while you still can, if you have the means, go for it. That's all I can say. And look at these people wearing masks while they're biking. Are you an idiot? I don't get it. I don't get it. I'm sorry, but I don't get it. It's almost as bad as that. No, that's worse than the people who are doing it when they're driving their own cars. Either way, that's a review, guys. I hope you found it interesting and enjoyable. I certainly did. So if you have any questions, let me know, and I will be sure to try and answer them. You know, or if you have anything else you want to see, just let me know and I'll try and record a video, post it up. It's pretty standard, you know, not much has changed, but yeah. So that was the review for the 2020 Challenger Scat Pack. Have a good one, guys.